Hi everybody. I thought I'd take a minute to show you how I store my dies. And since economically everything is so expensive, but this is one way to do it that really, to me, don't cost a whole lot. It's inexpensive, plus it keeps them organized and sorted, I guess. It's all from the dollar store. And you can't have it any, to me, can't have it any better than that. I buy these little baskets. They're a great size. And they're $2 a piece. And the size, on camera you may, the size is 6.5 inches by, oh, I would say 11 3/4. It's just perfect. It fits, and then again some, right? But I make the cards out of cardstock. I just cut the card out and I make a little tab. You don't have to have it like that. You could either print it out on your printer by categories, or you could, if you have a labeler, you could put a label on it. Yeah, you could write it by hand. It doesn't need to be all done up this way. Or if you have a sticky note, just cut off the top of the sticky note and put it on there. This fits perfectly in here, so if I happen to have a wider die, let's say I have some old style, well, not necessarily old style, but I think they are, these dies, these big dies that Sizzix had out, it fits perfectly just the same inside. Or if I have some oversized dies, they'll fit in there. Like I have some oversized. It's in my other container, but it's I'm trying to give you an example of what I mean about oversized. The envelope liners are a little oversized. It'll fit great behind these things. Even though they're a little wider than this, it still stays perfectly. So I buy those. I cut up these, put them as labels. It's just regular cardstock. I mean, if you find it too flimsy for you, if your cardstock is too thin, just put two of them together, and you don't have to have it white. Color coordinate it with your room. And the magnet that I put it on, I buy these magnetic photo sleeves. They're $1.25 for two, and I buy them whenever I go in. I'll pick up extras. I know I have extra dies coming in or whatever. There are two per die, two per package, and I only store one set on each one. But you may find when you look at them, you say, oh my God, I can't store anything on that. It's too flimsy. Well, it really isn't. What I do is, let's say, for the longest time, I didn't clue in. I could have used this, but I'll just turn this over in here, and I add it back in, and that makes it sturdier. But you wouldn't believe that once that your dies are all on here, and I have all my examples cut out in the back, it's not that flimsy. It really is not. Another example here, some more words. These are even smaller, and I have them cut out in the back so I know what they are, and and then I label them, and I have them categorized in thinking of you, good luck, just a note, sympathy, so I'll know just by first glance what word I want. So all you need to do is you put them on here, you label the top, and again, the top, you don't have to do it with a label marker. You can take a top of a Post-it note, where it's more sticky on the top. Just cut them. I have done that in the past, and use them on here. You can write it by hand. You could make a list on your computer, type it off, and tape it on top. There's so many different ways. And as far as the categories, it depends how many dies you have. Some people like certain style more than others or whatever, but I have them done up like in alpha words, so I have all my alpha and my words in here. And then I have animals and birds, so I have every different type of birds or animals or whatever. And then I have my bag toppers and my bows together. I have them alphabetically. And then I have everything about the beach and my card elements, which would include like little labelers, fancy, little corners if I want to, or notebook, or open windows for pickaboos or stuff like that. That's the way I categorize them. Christmas, I have a whole bunch of Christmas. This is only my dies that I do not have a stamp for. And so, you know, like I just add them on and then I know exactly what category that I have them on. I have doilies, I have florals, and in the other one I have household goods and all kinds of stuff. That's how I keep my dies. I thought maybe you'd be interested in seeing that, so you would know how I keep them. I have 2 in 1 here. How I keep them, and maybe it would be of interest to you. So remember that this is only $1.25 for 2 of these. Put a label on them. This one here, I don't even have a piece of cardstock behind, and there's no problem. It doesn't come off. You know, it doesn't take a lot of room. And these cases for me work extremely well. In a cube, they fit 2 per cube, side by side. So if you have one of these big cubes, you should be able to fit 2 by, I think they're pretty much all the same size. So you can fit 2 side by side with this, and it works perfectly. So I thought maybe I'd share that with you and see if you like that idea. And if so, it's a good way to start, because when I started with the vents, the covers for the vents, the magnetic covers that they put over the vents, the heating vents in a house. Well, they're hard to find. You go to a hardware store and they're really hard to find. And then when you cut it up, it wasn't the right size. You end up having to take a piece of cardstock, glue it on. I just found it was cumbersome, you know, and I didn't like it because, you know, there were lines of dyes on it and so forth. When I got a hold of this was perfect for me. It goes so quick. I put them on, and you know, and if you really wanted to even keep them in the bag, they might even stick on top. I'm not sure. If you keep them in the bag, you could keep them on the opposite side. You know, the choice is yours. So this is Yvonne signing off. I hope some way this was able to give you a little tip on how to keep your dies. Have a great day, and there are going to be more crafty things coming up.